And if you can never convince me that the NFL story writers aren't involved somehow, because in week 18, if things play out in a dreamlike world for the NFC North, and this could be a battle for the division, Chicago Bears, Lions will have to go on the road. So if there is a bad weather potential game, I think this one is certainly one of them here. But the Lions have shown that they win on the road. They have overcome elements. They've won in Chicago. They've won in Lambeau in the torrential downpour. How are you feeling about this, man? Do you think this game means something in week 18, or are the Lions on a victory parade at this point?
This game will not mean anything in week 18, and the Lions will lose this game going into the playoffs. And that will be the only victory that is gotten on the Lions from the NFC North.
Is there any world where the Bears surprise people and they end up with a record similar to the Lions, and this game means something at the end of the year? Or
it's possible. It's possible this could be Ford of the division and a wild card in here. But, like, I think the Lions are just a good team. The Bears, we do this every year.
I'll say this. I first of all, I want to live in the world even at 12-5 where that game means nothing. And I'm totally fine with that. I hope that's the case. I want to live there and just say the Lions wrapped up the division and maybe even a number 1 seed. But at 12-5, I don't see a number 1 seed. I think they will need another victory or two to put themselves back in that category. And I'm going to say this. I'm not saying it's a hot take, but I think the Bears start slow and I think start to come on. And that's the difference in what the Ben Johnson regime will be versus other regimes. They started hot last year, I think, out of the athleticism of their quarterback. And then finally their offensive line caught up to them. They, kind of flip their defense around. They're doing some of the right things where I see good things for the Bears. And if things work out for them, I could see them the second team in this division. I think the Packers fall off a little bit, and I don't like J.J. McCarthy as in year 1 taking the Vikings through this division. I just don't see it. So that leaves the Bears with a heavy opportunity.